Hey everyone! Welcome back to Watercooler Facts. Before we dive into today's mysteries, did you know that socks are the most common item to mysteriously disappear in our homes? I mean, where do all these lost socks go? Are there sock parties we don't know about? While you ponder that universal conundrum, today we're going to talk about some even bigger, truly baffling disappearances from history that remain unsolved to this day. So, let's get started. The Lost Colony of Roanoke. Imagine this. You set up a colony, leave for 3 years, and when you come back, boom, everyone's gone. That's exactly what happened to John White, the governor of the Roanoke colony, in 1590. He left 115 colonists on Roanoke Island, North Carolina, and returned to find the place deserted with just a single word carved into a tree, Croatoan. Despite numerous theories, from integration with local tribes to alien abductions, okay, maybe not that last one, no one knows for sure what happened to the Roanoke settlers. Creepy, right? The vanishing of Amelia Earhart. Next up, Amelia Earhart, the pioneering aviator who, in 1937, attempted to fly around the world but vanished over the Pacific Ocean. Despite extensive searches, neither Earhart nor her navigator Fred Noonan were found. Theories about their fate range from crashing into the ocean, to being captured by Japanese forces, to living out their days on a deserted island. Regardless of the theory, their disappearance remains one of the greatest aviation mysteries ever. And no, they didn't just fly off to join a sock party. The Flannan Isles lighthouse keepers. Now, let's shine a light on another mystery. In December 1900, 3 lighthouse keepers on the Flannan Isles in Scotland just vanished. The table in their quarters was set for a meal that was never eaten. Outside, a storm raged, but inside, all was eerily normal, except for the absence of the men. Was it aliens? A giant sea monster? Or something even stranger? Over a century later, the disappearance of these keepers lights up the imagination with possibilities. The Sodder children. On Christmas Eve, 1945, in West Virginia, a fire destroyed the Sodder family's home. While George and Jenny Sodder escaped with 4 of their children, 5 of their other children were believed to have perished in the fire. However, no remains were found, and reports surfaced that the children were seen alive after the fire. What followed was a lifelong quest by the Sodders to find their children, leading to theories of abduction and mistaken identities. It's a heart-wrenching mystery that still tugs at the heartstrings. The disappearance of Percy Fawcett. Let's venture into the thick jungles of Brazil where, in 1925, British explorer Percy Fawcett vanished without a trace. Fawcett, along with his son and a friend, went searching for a lost city he called Zed, believed to be hidden deep within the Amazon. Despite numerous rescue missions and sightings claimed over the years, no conclusive evidence has ever surfaced about their fate. The jungle seems to have swallowed them whole. Could City Z have been real, or was it just a figment of Fawcett's imagination driven by obsession? I mean, if I were a lost city, I'd definitely hide from 1925 explorers too. The mysterious case of DB Cooper. Now, let's fly back to 1971, to one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in FBI history. A man known as DB Cooper hijacked a plane, secured a $200,000 ransom, and parachuted into the night over the rugged terrain of the Pacific Northwest. Despite a massive manhunt and an extensive investigation, Cooper was never found, nor was his true identity confirmed. Pieces of the ransom money were found years later along a riverbank, but the bulk of the cash and Cooper himself remain missing. Was he a daredevil, a criminal mastermind, or just plain lucky? We may never know. The Yuba County 5. A snowy mountain road in California, 1978. The Yuba County 5 were young men who drove up to a remote area for a small road trip and never returned. Their abandoned car was found, but it took months to locate 4 of their bodies, with 1 still missing. The circumstances surrounding their deaths are strange and confusing, involving reports of them being seen far from their car, in harsh winter conditions, with no clear reason why they ended up where they did. It's a chilling story of a night gone inexplicably wrong. The vanishing of Jim Thompson. Next, let's delve into the mysterious disappearance of Jim Thompson, an American who revitalized the Thai silk industry in the 1950s and 60s. In 1967, while on holiday in the Cameron Highlands of Malaysia, Thompson went for a walk and never returned. Despite extensive searches, no trace of him was ever found. Theories about his disappearance range from abduction by communist rebels to an intentional disappearance. His case remains one of Southeast Asia's most enduring mysteries. If only he could weave us a clue into one of his silk designs. The mystery of the Mary Celeste. Let's sail back to 1872, to the case of the Mary Celeste, the infamous ghost ship found drifting in the Atlantic Ocean. When discovered, the ship was in good condition, with a full cargo and the crew's belongings still in place. However, the entire crew had vanished without a trace. Was it piracy, a mutiny, or something supernatural? Over the years, this maritime mystery has fueled wild speculation and even wilder stories, but the fate of the Mary Celeste's crew remains an unsolved puzzle. The disappearance of Louis Le Prince. Turning our attention to a mystery from the dawn of motion pictures, let's explore the disappearance of Louis Le Prince, who vanished in 1890 just before he was set to demonstrate his invention of a motion picture camera. He boarded a train in France but never arrived at his destination. His body and luggage were never found, and no one knows what happened to him. Some speculate that foul play was involved, possibly linked to the patents and fierce competition in the early days of cinema. Ironically, he disappeared right before he could make his big picture debut. The Lyon Sisters. In a case that haunted Maryland for decades, in 1975, sisters Sheila and Catherine Lyon disappeared from a shopping mall in Wheaton, Maryland, sparking widespread fear and an investigation that spanned over 40 years. Despite initial dead ends, a breakthrough in 2013 led to the conviction of a suspect in 2017, but the bodies of the girls were never recovered. This case serves as a chilling reminder of unresolved cases that continue to affect communities years later. The disappearance of Michael Rockefeller. Let's venture into the remote Asmat region of New Guinea, where Michael Rockefeller, the heir to the Rockefeller fortune, disappeared in 1961 while collecting tribal art. Official reports suggest he drowned, but local legends and some evidence hint at a more sinister fate among the tribes he was visiting. Did he meet a tragic end in the jungle, or did he choose to disappear and start anew? His disappearance remains one of the greatest mysteries involving a member of such a prominent family. I guess even a Rockefeller can't buy his way out of a good mystery. The disappearance of Frederick Valentich. In 1978, Australian pilot Frederick Valentich vanished while flying over the Bass Strait after reporting an unidentified aircraft hovering over him. His last transmission included the unsettling statement, "It is hovering and it's not an aircraft." Despite extensive searches, neither Valentich nor his plane was found. Was it an alien encounter or something more earthly like disorientation or a staged disappearance? The disappearance of Richie Edwards. Richie Edwards, guitarist and lyricist for the Manic Street Preachers, mysteriously disappeared in 1995, on the day he was due to travel to the US for a promotional tour. His car was later found near a notorious suicide spot in the UK, but no conclusive evidence has ever confirmed his fate, leading to endless speculation and sightings across the globe. Did he choose to vanish, or was it a tragic end for the troubled musician? The disappearance of Connie Converse. In 1974, Connie Converse, a pioneering singer-songwriter of the 1950s who never achieved fame during her career, said goodbye to her friends and family, packed her belongings into her car, and drove away, never to be seen again. Her disappearance is as enigmatic as her music, which only gained recognition decades later. What prompted her to leave, and where did she go? Her story is a haunting reflection on fame, recognition, and the desire for a new beginning. The Beaumont Children. In 1966, the Beaumont Children, Jane, Anna, and Grant, vanished from an Australian beach after being seen with a mysterious man. Despite one of the largest police investigations in Australian history, no trace of the children has been found, and their case remains Australia's most famous cold case. The disappearance dramatically changed how society approached children's safety. This case led to a dramatic shift in how parents monitored their children in Australia. The disappearance of Solomon Northup. Solomon Northup, whose life story is recounted in the memoir and film, 12 years a slave, was a free black man kidnapped into slavery. After regaining his freedom, Northup became an active abolitionist. However, in 1857, he mysteriously disappeared. Some say he was kidnapped again, possibly murdered. Others speculate he may have died of natural causes, unknown and in poverty. His final days remain a profound mystery intertwined with the dark history of slavery in America. The disappearance of Barbara Newhall Follett. A child prodigy and successful author by age 12, Barbara Newhall Follett was only 25 when she walked out of her apartment in 1939 with $30 in her pocket, never to be seen again. Her marriage was crumbling, and her literary success had faded. Did she start anew, or did something more tragic befall her? Her disappearance is a haunting echo of the fragility of early fame. She literally took leave of absence to a whole new level. The disappearance of flight MH370. In 2014, Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 disappeared with 239 people on board during a flight from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. Despite one of the largest multinational searches in aviation history, only pieces of the aircraft have been found, scattered across the Indian Ocean. The disappearance has sparked numerous theories, from hijacking and pilot suicide to mechanical failure, but no conclusive explanation has been determined. The disappearance of Ettore Majorana. Ettore Majorana, a brilliant physicist who contributed to quantum mechanics, vanished in 1938 under mysterious circumstances. Known for his work on neutrino masses, Majorana boarded a boat in Palermo and was never seen again. Did he withdraw from the world to live in anonymity, or was there a darker end? His disappearance is as mysterious as the particles he studied. These stories are just a few examples of history's intriguing unsolved mysteries. What do you think happened to these people? Any theories? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed unraveling these mysteries with us, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell. Maybe together, we can solve the case of the missing socks. Until next time, keep questioning the world around you.